yeah. I love this car. This car is my favorite thing on the planet. Who needs a girlfriend, right? Welcome to my garage. This is garage 903. Today we're building race cars. All right, well, leave me alone. Get out of here, get your camera equipment out of here. I'm touring the garage here. All right, you ready, Scott? You ever been on camera before? What up, guys? Seth Quintero. I'm in here in my garage, getting ready for Vegas to Reno, getting the old Polaris RZR all prepped up. Got my buddy Scotty behind me, hanging out, helping me out. A lot of memories in here, a couple championships won in here, lots of races won in here, and definitely some memorabilia. So yeah, let's get started. Here's my Polaris RZR. She's a real go-getter. It's a 2020 Pro XP that's got a couple different ear pieces on it. What we usually do for prep is we'll pull every corner off, really. So, you know, bearing carriers, knuckles, axles, tie rods, arms, trailing rod, everything. Pull everything apart, make sure she's all good, inspect it. Usually we end up putting, you know, new uniballs, new axles, new front diff, new steering rack. There's definitely a lot more work than you think going into these things, but yeah. Here's the inside, get it all nice and cleaned up for you guys. But yeah, figured I'd take you guys along, show you what's going on. Might as well just call this day in the life of Seth Quintero. That's what I do every day of my life. So that's a Pro XP rotor, stock Polaris RZR rotor with ARP studs, and my buddy Chuck's hub. And then this is stock hub with a different rotor with stock studs. So this one's quite a bit beefier, quite a bit stronger. These ones all run for a race, pull them off, and this one will run all year long. So shout out to my buddy Chuck for figuring that one out for me. These take a lot of stress, a lot of stress. Should we bust out the torque wrench? So give me the torque wrench, it's in that big drawer on the bottom, far right. Right now, Scotty just put in the front drive shaft bolt to the diff. And I'm putting the bearing carrier for the drive shaft together. Putting the rest of the mounts up. Fuel cell right here, obviously. And then, yeah, fresh drive shaft. Make sure the bearing carrier is all nice and tight. Gotta grease the zert. Make sure things are all good. Throw the skid plate on. Do an oil change, clean her up a little bit, and we'll be good to go. So, here's Scott. You wanna tell us some stuff too?
Yeah, hey, I'll take over here. Yeah, I just did a little something. I put the bolt pin down over here. I don't know if you could see it right there. I put that in.
I did that.
I feel special today.
All right, dude, that backs out.
Yeah.
The race is on you.
Yeah, if it backs out, I guess it's on me.
Yeah. So these are Walker Evans 3.0 Velocity Series shocks, tuned by Carson Warnemont. Honestly, I kind of keep the same setup all year round, just so I'm prepared for anything, because you never know. We don't get to pre-run or do anything like that for these races, so I usually keep a pretty safe setup. Car's a little bit higher, a little bit softer, ready for bigger bumps. To be honest, the way that we have these set up, there's so much oil flow in them that our clickers are all the way open, just so the oil doesn't cook and you don't have any shock fade. I think everybody in my family play with wrenches before they could talk, to be honest. That's a big door. Big floppy door. She's dusty. It's been a while. So we'll go into the night for an hour or two, like dark night, but we usually run the ambers in the dust when it's, you know, sunset so you can see, because it's impossible to see with the white lights on in the dust. So usually at night, I'll flick this one on and the top light bar on, and I usually won't even run the headlights just because that top light bar you can run alone and it's so bright. Probably won't change too much about lights. We'll probably pull it out at night, test them, make sure they're all good. I'll pull them out just in the street right here, make sure they're straight. And yeah, it'll be good. We've done a lot of light testing, to be honest, so we don't really need much more light. These RZR lights are so bright that you don't need a million of them on your car, which is nice for your alternator and battery. So yeah, a couple more things to do on the car. Gonna put wheels on the front here in a little bit. Probably end up finishing the rear first, put shocks on the rear, lower radius rods, and then fenders put on the ground, and then put wheels on, and we'll align it. So yeah, not too much left. Looks like we're gonna wrap it up today in the garage. Got a lot of work done on the car. Looking really good for testing tomorrow. Got a few more little things to dial in. Gonna mount up some new tires, but that's kind of a tedious task, so I figured I'd do it off camera. Gonna figure everything out, make sure everything's all good, do an alignment, and go testing tomorrow. So make sure it's all good, do one last bolt check, and check in tomorrow and see how fast she's going. So yeah, keep you guys updated, and see you in a bit. We have camelbacks that go inside these insulated hostile bags right here. They're not in there right now, obviously, we don't need them. But yeah, we'll put ice cold water in there and it'll stay icy for a couple 100 miles, to be honest, if we don't drink it all. And then we have catheters if we need to go to the bathroom. It's basically a sticky condom. It's not the hospital one that you think of. And then for eating, we got these bags right here. Again, hostile bags. We fill them up with beef jerky or really whatever we're feeling, goldfish, stuff like that. Or like, we'll throw some fruit bars in there and try to keep energy and sugar in us. But yeah, try to keep it simple, try to keep it clean in here. We'll throw the belts behind the seats, spare parts. Tools go in here. Impact goes down in this bag down here, and we're on our way. So these hoses on the back of the seats right here are called Parker pumpers. We plug these into our helmets, and then I'll click this button right here, and they'll blow fresh air into the helmets. So we breathe in a lot of dust and sit in dust for quite a while during races. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of cars on the track. There's gonna be quite a bit of dust. We'll plug these into our helmets. They'll be blowing nice fresh air at us. Trying to work on like a NASCAR AC system, but it's quite a bit of money to do that. So it's not cold air, unfortunately, but it is fresh air, which is nice. So.
Testing, we usually go he has a little loop that he does out here, and we just go shake down the car and make sure everything feels okay before he goes out and beats it up in a 500-mile race. Yeah, with mostly tires, just make sure everything's nice and plumb, car's running well, alignment, make sure all the puzzle pieces come together.
It's just not comfortable in the rear. Like, it gets it through the bumps. Right. Coming down Split Mountain Road, we hit 87 at 7,700 RPM. Just and I let off to 6,000 going 65.
So it's floating pretty good.
Yeah. I'm wondering if these stiff sidewalls and stiff compound tires have something to do with the suspension feeling stiffer.
Oh, for sure.
Air 2s move around so much more and soak. And I think that messes with the suspension a little bit. What are we at? 67 and a half. So I have 1.5 inches of toe in. Dang.
No, the CV boot.
Yeah, the top clamp, or the big clamp?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we test. Just little things like this will happen every once in a blue moon. Band, I could have had grease underneath it and just slipped off. I don't know, something weird, something simple to fix. Compared to what we're watching, I think I've said this in everything I've ever ridden in, it looks a lot smoother than it is on the inside, but it feels so in control and so tight and so predictable that, like I said, it's enjoyable to drive. It is a little bit more rough in the car than what it looks like on camera. On camera, it looks like we're not even moving, but you can definitely feel a little bit of the bumps, which is nice, so we can kind of react to terrain and react to different sized bumps. But yeah, those shots were dope. I'm super stoked on those. You could feel every bump for sure, but that's kind of the way we set these cars up. Make sure that we can feel what we're driving on, really. So super happy with where we're at. Suspension worked absolutely amazing, as you can see in those shots. Chassis wasn't even moving. It was really just suspension doing its work. So really happy with where we're at, and yeah, time to go racing. And cut. I need a sandwich. All right, so yeah, we're all loaded up, ready to go. Car's all good. Really the best shape it's ever been in. Put a lot of time and hours into it. Close up the door and head out to Vegas. So we'll meet you guys there. We're here to start the 2021 Vegas Reno. Did a little clutch testing the other day. Got it car all dialed in. Didn't qualify the best. Fortunately, had a little bit of problems with clutching, which is why we ended up going clutch testing yesterday. But car's all good now. We should have it all dialed in. Dude, this tie rod pin bolt, the nut, so loose. I'm tightening it right now. Yeah, gonna be starting here in about 30, 45 minutes. So gonna get suited up and head to the start and hopefully get that win.
Just making sure all the tools are, all the quick change tools, tire tool, belt tool, clutch tool.
How many belts in the car? 3?
It's all in line, ready to go.
What's up? How many belts in the car?
2.
Really good morning, long, but we got a couple hours of traveling, so the boys got some beauty sleep. Prepped the car, did our final touches here in the trailer with the boys, and everything's looking good. The boys are happy. Car's full of food and snacks for Colby, so he's excited. And we're off to the start line, stage it up, and hopefully we'll see him at hit 4 for our first fuel. Bolt checks are so important. Like you guys saw, he found maybe 1 or 2 little, I say little, but they're big, but he found a couple bolts after testing that had kind of moved around a little bit. They probably would have been okay, but it's why we do bolt checks and crank everything and tighten it twice. Yeah, very critical.
Seth Quintero from San Marcos, California, the young 18-year-old out there getting it done. A very precocious young man behind the wheel.
He's quite the shoot. Everybody knows it. He deserves it. He should be one of the top contenders.
So unfortunately, we're not at the finish line right now. We're back in my garage. Race didn't really go the way that we wanted it to go. Had a few issues with the cars, kind of stuff that's out of our hands. But yeah, we've had a lot of good luck there. But kind of want to show you guys and walk around and want to show you what went wrong. This is not the race car. This is the play car. This car's actually heading to Texas to do some other events. But we had an upper A-arm brake right here, right at this bend. We're gonna add a gusset from here to here, make it a little bit stronger. And then if you come back here, we had an axle brake, this guy right here. And then we had some sensors go wrong. They're actually on this side, but they're kind of hard to see. They're back in there. Had a T-map sensor go wrong. But yeah, we'll get it all fixed up. Car's not here right now. We're getting all the fuel pump stuff figured out. That was another issue that we had. We had some electrical stuff go wrong with the fuel pump, not getting the right fuel pressure. So yeah, car's up benchmark. We're gonna get dialed in, but really hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and seeing how prep goes down around here. Wish could have got the win for you guys, but hope I inspired a few of you to get out and go racing. So it's been fun. Sure I'll catch you guys in the next one. So peace out.